Hello and welcome to this video for the Your6 OS platform. In this video, we're going to talk about include and exclude areas using AOA. So as you can see here, I have a camera on my screen in the Your6 platform. And what I'm going to do is actually set up AOA for access object detection in this area and then set up an exclude area over this door over here. All right, so I'm going to start by hovering over the device and locate right at the very top where it says the actual camera name in blue. I can select that. That will take me into the device interface. First thing I'm going to do here is where it says Access Object Analytics, located under Applications. I'm going to turn that on by hitting the play button. Once I do that, you're going to see Running show up under the status. Then I'm going to go over to where it says Access Device under the Device Management section. Once I select on that, it's going to proxy me into the actual device interface for customizing and configuring the actual application. Once the screen loads, you should see something very similar to this. Down the left side of the screen, you'll see Apps. Select that. The applications will load, and you'll see Access Object Analytics. You want to make sure that it is turned on already. Turn it on within the Your6 platform again. That's what we did just a minute ago. Make sure that that is toggled on, as you can see there. Then hit Open. Once you do that, you're going to get the first screen where it shows the actual scenarios. I'm going to click on New Scenario. I can then select which type of scenario I want. For this example, I'm going to do Object in Area. Simply hit Next. I'm going to do Humans. And then it's going to show me the include area. This is the entire screen basically. I can adjust this if I need to just the area. Let's say something very similar to this right here. But basically this is the area that's going to be included in the analytic. All right, then if I want to add an exclude area, I can do that as well. So add exclude area. And I could put this over this door right here. What this is going to do is basically something has to be in the room to trigger it. So if, for instance, this was a clear window and a person walked by, it wouldn't actually trigger the analytic because that is excluded from the area. So the larger box here is the include area, and then you use exclude areas within that to actually remove something from being used within the analytic. It is important to know to use this instead of masking. The dynamic masking or the masking where you want to cover like the entrance to a bathroom or something like that is a completely different setup and should not be used when trying to exclude something from the analytic. You need to use exclude areas when you're using analytics. So I have another video that covers masking. So for this example, exclude area is what we're going to use, and then simply hit finish at the bottom. That now will pop up in the scenario section. I can open that if I want and review what I've selected. You can see I've selected humans. You can see the include area here, the exclude area here, all of which can be configured down here at the bottom. So everything about this looks good and set up. I can test the alarm if I want. Right up here in the upper right corner it says test alarm. If I click that, you should see this area go red. That's just indicating that if a person had walked through, that's exactly what it would look like. Once that's completed, your configuration is set up, and that is how you add an include and exclude area and how you would remove something from being used by the analytic. Thank you for watching this tutorial on include and exclude areas utilizing AOA.